Greetings. Do you understand what the earnest money does? You're a buyer and you're asked to put up earnest money. That is a percentage of what you're going to be purchasing a house for, usually up to 10%, somewhere between 1 and 10% to put up to show how interested and committed you are to the purchase. The seller sees, wow, you put up a lot of money, you're really interested into it. That has to be determined by you how much you want to do. You want to consider the competitiveness of the market. You might not be the only offer on the table. We may know that, we may not know that, and whether it'll make the deal more attractive or not. So that's something that you're going to have to decide. And I already said it ranges from 1% to 10% of the purchase price. I've seen some pretty hefty escrow money put down, and I've seen some that stay with the 1%. These are going to be held in an escrow account, possibly by the title company. It could be your brokerage that you're working with. But be careful of the scams. Make sure you know that it's legit. If it's with the broker agency, check them out really good and make sure there's nothing out there concerning escrow funds. They will show up, hopefully. And it's returned at closing. It comes back into the deal at closing. As a buyer, you will decide what to do with it. It goes towards whatever you want it to go to. They can become non-refundable at a point. That means if you put up your earnest money and the timelines are not met on the contract, like your inspection, you have 15 days. You have so many days on your loan approval and the closing date that you said, well, we're going to close at. You breach any of those, your escrow money becomes endangered of being returned to you. So keep that in mind too. And it is returned. If you go through inspections, appraisals, and the financing and find out and contingencies and find out that this change is what you want to do, the terms will have to be clarified in the contract, but you can get the earnest money back at that point. So I hope that explains the understanding of earnest money. Thank you for joining me. See you again soon.